want to say first and foremost, I am new to public speaking. Matter of fact, I have spoken in public exactly this many times. Well, not actually, I've done one, two. Spoken in front of more than a handful of people exactly this many times. So, if I fumble, if my mouth's open and nothing's coming out, somebody please make a joke, make a bad joke, sneeze, whatever. Help me get my momentum back, okay? Now, I'm a libertarian Republican. Proud of it. I'm also a political musician, and my musical name is Mr. Free. I'm also the guy that I hope quite a few of you heard on the Tom Marsh show this morning, Scott in Hunt Valley, and I was hoping Tom would come here tonight. It doesn't look like he's going to make it. Now, a few other people have come in since Larry asked the question, but how many people have come in because of my call on the show? 2 people?
Okay.
Now, I'm not up here to sell you my music, but I am up here to sell you on freedom, or a version of it called liberty. About 10 years ago, there was a guest host on the Rush Limbaugh program, I'm not going to tell you who it is yet, who taught a great lesson. It was so deeply ingrained in my mind I had to write about it and speak about it. Now, it deals with baseball. Every player today plays by exactly the same set of rules. Even though some are more talented and there's a tremendous disparity in income, there is general harmony. Now, if we wanted, could we make everything fair? Could we equalize the playing field? It's a game of logic. For starters, every pitcher would have to stand either further away from every batter or closer according to his ability. And every batter, according to his needs, would be given an individualized batting count to get him on base an equal amount of time. Every team that's above 500 would say, get 1 fewer outfielder. You know, teams under 500 could, at the end of the year, could be given a handicap of 15 wins, you know, to equalize. This is the libs. This is what they would love the most, tinkering with everything. This would be right up their alley. Now, would this speed up or slow down the game of baseball and thusly make it more efficient and less costly or more costly? Would there be equal the general harmony that exists in baseball today, or would there be discontent and infighting? Would players be encouraged to hire lobbyists to give them the most favorable positioning, whereas essentially today there are no lobbyists needed? And would this encourage or discourage corruption? If you think about it, this is the perfect scenario of perfect leftism versus perfect rightism. And they are diametrically opposite. They're as different as day and night and up and down. Now, the last speech I gave, which was also the first speech I gave here at the Campaign for Liberty, my first speech ever, dealt with how on this entire vast globe, on the earth, there are 196 countries. Not one is a free nation. Not one is anything other than socialist or fascist or communist. The left controls the entire globe. And even 230 years ago, when the founders were setting up this nation, we were called the Great Experiment. Why? Because there was no land of liberty. Since forever, in virtually every era, in every nation, it has been a socialist controlled environment. And the future does not look too bright at this moment. America, once the land of liberty, is now turning into just another nation, unfortunately. Now, understanding the baseball analogy and knowing that statists have run virtually every nation since forever, is there any wonder why economically the world is just crawling along? And is there any wonder why, with limited government, that we rocketed past the rest of the world in a few short 100 years? traditional societal evolution dictates that bureaucracy after bureaucracy is created, and they tend not to go away. You just get layer upon layer of bureaucracy, and you get nanny states. That's what the world is. It's a nanny state. They're all nanny states. Now, Obamacare alone is going to create hundreds of new bureaucracies. Hundreds. This year alone, 15,000 pages of regulation. You know, and this is to do what? To speed up healthcare, to make it more efficient, to give you better care, less cost? Or is it really, like the baseball analogy, is it an attempt to equalize the playing field? And as we hear all the time, to spread the misery. And that's really what it seems to be. And by the way, I've coined the term Bureauc Obama. This is one program by one man, the president. He's going to be president 8 years. One tremendous bureaucracy. Now, you all are here because you understand something is wrong, right? You see the freight train coming. In front of you is the proverbial car on the track, and you know that unless something dramatic happens, there's going to be a collision. And my way of looking at the world is $17 trillion of debt is the most obvious financial calamity in the history of humanity. And, you know, it is a train wreck. I mean, it is an absolute catastrophe that is coming. And we're standing here watching and we're talking about it. People like you and me and everyone here, we are the people who see it coming. The Democrats, what do they want to do? Hammer down. They don't see a problem. We see a problem. Okay? Now, it's also the same as Rome, as Egypt. The people were standing around watching their empires crumble. And we are crumbling. So, and it's from within. You know, the nations first crumble from within, and then the hordes come. Then it really gets ugly. Now, you've all taken at least the first step in coming here to this very fine and growing organization, the Campaign for Liberty. We are the epitome of a grassroots organization. We understand we need you, and I think you understand you need us, and you all need each other. We all need each other, and we need to grow and fight, and we're trying to organize some of these fights. You know, and we need people like you to email and call officials, to show up in Annapolis at gun freedom rallies and anti-tax assemblies. You know, to be present at town hall meetings and to use social media effectively. And we need to let these officials know that they cannot just walk all over us with these stupid ideas, like the rain tax, for God's sakes. Have you ever heard of a more idiotic idea than the rain tax? And activism is effective. The left does it well. They do it naturally. We do not do it naturally. So we are trying to herd everyone. We're trying to get everyone to act. In O'Malley, we led the charge. We had a petition signing for the anti-O'Malley gun bill. O'Malley had to burn a lot of capital. It took extra months to get the gun bill passed. He did get it, but we put up a fight, and we made him, you know, he felt pain. Nationally, they haven't passed the gun bill because the libs are so scared of not getting reelected. You know, and of course to the lib, everything is re-election. That's how they have their power and control over the people. So these things work, but we need you to be active. We need you to do things. It can be a lot of fun showing up at town hall meetings, calling, you know, using the social media, and it is very effective. Now, if we do nothing, it's game over. America, it's game over. It is the annihilation of our economy from one stupid idea after another, one bailout, one great tax hike, one new government bureaucracy after another until the economy is crushed. And then a strong man comes in, a Hitler, a Stalin, a Castro. It is not a great mystery. It is history. These things happen over and over again. This is what we are looking at if we do nothing. And we are the front line here at Campaign for Liberty, and you are standing on the front line. And it is pass or fail. The test is right now. We're on the brink. We're about to fall over the brink. It could happen at any time. So you got to say, are you going to let these commie bastards roll all over us, or are you going to be a part of the Let's Roll community? Tony, are you going to be a part of the Let's Roll community?
I am.
Jim, are you a part of the Let's Roll community?
Oh, yeah.
Are we all here a part of the Let's Roll community?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
2%. That's all it takes. 2% to make these politicians feel pain. If they hear enough ruckus from us, that is how we can get the rain tax, how we can avoid it, how we can get that shelved. But we need everyone here acting. We need to make them aware that we're not just going to roll over. We also need you to come back here every month that you can. We all have like-minded friends. We need you to bring friends. We need to grow. This is how we will maintain some semblance of liberty, maybe get some back in the future. And does anyone, by the way, did anybody hear the baseball analogy on Limbaugh? Does anybody know who that was? That's Walter E. Williams, a brilliant thinker. It's in one of his books. I want to thank him. I don't want to be accused of copyright infringement for not mentioning his name. But I want to thank you very much, and hope to see you again soon.
Yeah.